Let me first start off with introducing myself. I can see already of quite a few attendees who I already know, probably who know the top 100 and the top 100 team. But I will introduce myself in any case to any new possible participants and people attending this meeting. My name is Bart Hageman. I'm from the Netherlands, and for the moment still I am the top 100 manager. Together with Emma Magistri from Italy. She is the top 100 coordinator, and she will slowly take over the top 100 program, managing it, and will also in the background do most of the communication with any top 100 participants or communication with the top 100 program. Yeah, Emma, maybe you can give a short introduction about yourself.
Thank you, Bart. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you. And with some of you, we already talk remotely by email, and with some other, nice to meet you, and look forward to work together with the Top 100 project.
Yes, thank you very much, Emma. First of all, the agenda for today. This will be a presentation and a bit technical about the top 100 this year. First of all, an introduction to green destinations, very general. Then the structure and timeline of the competition. And we will go a little bit more in depth into the two main sections of parts of the top 100, which are the sustainability check and the actual good practice story submission. Also, we will finish with a question and answers moment, so you will be able to ask any questions you might have about the top 100. But also, don't hesitate to ask any questions you might have during the presentation by raising your hand or just unmuting yourself, or even using the chat in Zoom to ask us the questions you might have. So first of all, the Green Destinations. We are a non-profit foundation operating since 2014 out of the beautiful city in Leiden, the Netherlands. That's where it all started. But currently, most of the team, if not all, are working all around the world on the different Green Destinations programs. Our services programs are training support, assessment and certification programs for destinations and businesses. And we are GSTC recognized and accredited since 2016 and GD certification accredited since 2018. Our community, we are based in the Netherlands, but we are working all over the world through many partners and partner programs. Until now, we already we are on our 11th edition of the Top 100, and we are happy to share that we already have like 600 plus Top 100 destinations, so who have made the Top 100 list. Also, we have 160 plus destinations awarded and certified through our awards and certification program, 400 plus businesses certified through our Good Travel program, and on average 60% of the 60 plus countries involved. The Green Destinations Top 100 Stories, how we generally describe it, is an annual competition that collects and celebrates good practice stories globally, inspiring destinations, businesses, and travelers in responsible tourism. And what also one of the main goals is to really highlight good practices of tourism and sustainable tourism all around the world and in all kinds of communities for dissemination. So that a story or a good practice in, for example, Estonia, in Tallinn, can inspire a destination in Japan or in Peru to do the same thing. So why join? Well, there are several reasons to join: to demonstrate your sustainability commitment. So if your destination is already on the path of sustainability, this is a good way to, well, to show the world on the path you're at and to show your good practice. Also, get promotion and sustainability recognition. You will get promotion, receive promotion through our social media channels, where we quite often highlight top 100 stories and destinations, but also on our website where the stories are visible. But you can also get promotion or promote your destination through the use of the top 100 logo, if you make the top 100 list, of course. And you can use this top 100 logo on the website of your destination, for example. Also, if you make the top 100 list, the destination that makes the top 100 list are eligible for a Green Destination Story Awards at ITB. So that's at the yearly ITB event in Berlin in 2026. Though I also have to say that for 2026, the ITB event for the top 100 will be a little bit smaller than in previous years. This also to to give a little bit more exposure and highlighting our destinations in our awards and certification program. And lastly, and this is especially for first and second year destinations, it's a good way if you're already making your first step in sustainability to get an insight in your sustainability performance through our sustainability check. These are some images from our successful events in the last 2 years. Tallinn in Estonia 2023 and Marianas in Chile in 2024, where we had many top 100 destinations celebrating their great achievement in the top 100 list. And of course, these images also a great way to use by yourself for exposure of your destination. And the next images are of the ITB Berlin. I cannot see the 2029 image, but 2024 it's a good example of how it looks like. Visibility. Here are some few stats. I won't name them all, of our social media channels and at our annual event and ITB event, where we approximately have about 250 participants each time. Who can participate? It is in essence the same as previous years, only the major difference this year is that businesses or private sector stakeholders are not eligible to participate anymore. So this means that we focus mainly on municipalities, destinations, cities, regions, and protected areas. If you are a private destination or a business, our Good Travel team is setting up a different competition for that cause, also to give business and private stakeholders better opportunity to highlight their sustainability efforts and good practices. The timeline. Registration timeline is the 31st of March. And as you can see, the sustainability check deadline is already on the 1st of April. So that is very close after each other. We've done this on purpose to make sure that destinations have enough time to register. But we leave it up to the destinations themselves to ensure that they do the sustainability check in time. But we fully acknowledge that destinations need some time to do the sustainability check. I would say at least a few weeks to do so, to prepare all the documents, especially if a destination has never done a sustainability check before. But if they register very last minute, we will at least give them 1 week extra to submit a sustainability check. Affiliate destinations and destinations in our awards and certification program need to submit their good practice story by the 18th of May. And destinations who have to perform a sustainability check, so first and second year destinations, can submit a good practice story by the 1st of June. And then in September, the big day, of course, will be the award ceremony during our annual Green Destinations event in Montpellier in France. And that date will be announced soon. And also after that, ITB Berlin 2026 will be the destination and time for the ITB Awards. And we will announce those dates as soon as possible. What's the process of registration? First, you can register via our website. There's a registration link. We will send you an email, the destination and email with the representative in CC to confirm the email address is correct. Once we get the confirmation back, we will send the payments instructions and further instructions for how to perform what the process is of the top 100. And we will send you the instruction pack with all the information on the sustainability check and the good practice story, how to submit it. And then you can start with the submission. So as mentioned earlier, the competition structure is roughly divided in 2 steps. Step 1 is sustainability check. First year participants have to perform sustainability check of 15 core criteria and get a minimum score of 60%. Second year participants will have to perform the sustainability check for 30 core criteria and also get a minimum of 60%. Third year participants who want to participate have to go through the ACP program. So that means that if the destination has already participated twice before, if they want to participate again, they have to register and get engaged with our awards and certification program. Then the next step will be the good practice story. So this is for all participants. They have to submit a story describing an initiative for sustainable tourism development. Step 1. This is where the major change is for this year. We are happy to confirm it because we have simplified it a lot. The sustainability check is submitted via the Green Destinations online reporting platform, where all our reporting is normally done. So also for our awards and certification program. And also the 15 and 30 criteria are still the same. But this year, destinations who have to submit a sustainability check only need to answer with yes or no on the question. So they don't need to type large pieces of text or explain what they have done in a text form. They can just answer yes or no. So this is far more simplified. Though I also have to warn that it didn't make the top 100 sustainability check easier, because what we saw is that the most important thing as evidence that the answers given are valid is the documents and evidence that is provided via an upload. So when destinations answer a question, they answer it with yes, they also have to upload evidence, which we will then check if it's valid or not to get the points. You can save your progress and continue in a later stage, so you don't need to submit the whole sustainability check at once. And you can take your time to find all the correct documents and to work on the sustainability check. But once submitted, you cannot change your answers. So once you have submitted, there's no moment or opportunity to change them again. And as mentioned earlier, participants have at least 1 week to submit their sustainability check after registration. If you, for example, register in beginning of February, you will have at least have 2 months to perform your sustainability check because the deadline is on the 1st of April. But if you register at the end of March, for example, the 30th of March, we will still give you 1 week to submit your sustainability check. But I have to say 1 week is quite short, so be sure to register in time because the deadline is the 1st of April. And here is a screenshot of the new sustainability scan. As you can see on the left are the different questions. These are the categories, so either for 15 or 30 criteria. And on the right side, you will see the questions that are posed. So the first 2 questions you can answer with yes or no. And in this case, I have answered yes, and it is highlighted in green. And then you will get a follow-up question where you can either answer them yes or no. And you will have the file manager to upload any evidence for this, for the answers you have stated. So what are the 15 and 30 criteria? They are the same as last year. So for anybody who's new, I'm not going to name all the 15 and 30 criteria. That can also be found on our website and in the instruction pack. But these are the 15 criteria for first year destinations. And for second year destinations, they have to complete 15 additional criteria questions, which you can find here and also on our website. And then when all goes well, when a destination reaches a 60% compliance with the criteria and the answers, you are admitted to step 2. And my colleague Emma is going to explain a little bit more about that.
Thank you so much, Bart. So yes, after completing the step 1, if you have complied the 60%, you are admitted to step 2. I remind you that if you are part of our award and certified program, you don't need to do the step 1. You are straight admitted to the step 2. So what is the step 2 about? The step 2 is about the good practice story. That is actually the purpose of this project. What is this practice stories about? Is basically a good practice that you are doing in your destination that should be mixed with storytelling, so the way of share and tell to other people a story, and the mix of these two concepts makes a good practice story. The categories of the stories are 6 and are the same of the last year. So destination management solutions, environment and climate, culture and tradition, nature and scenery, thriving communities, and business and marketing. We are going to go through the description of these categories, but don't worry, you can also find it in our website. So what is the destination management solution? Basically, are stories about successful destination development approach or visitor management strategies, post-COVID recovery and regeneration, but also stakeholder involvement and collaboration. Environment and climate. We speak about, for example, reducing the environmental footprint of tourism, combating the climate crisis, waste reduction, water consumption, and pollution. Nature and scenery is something about how tourism can contribute to the biodiversity conservation or animal welfare or ecosystem regeneration. Culture and tradition is a story about the protection of the heritage or the celebration. And when we speak about heritage, we speak about tangible heritage and intangible heritage. Thriving communities is mainly about community-based tourism and community development and how to involve local communities in projects. And business and marketing is how to engage the private tourism sector in sustainability and innovative ways to communicate about sustainability. What we want to recommend you in the categories is to be sure when you select a category. And so, for example, if you select the category of business and marketing, be sure to speak about business and marketing and focus on that, and don't, for example, speak about nature and scenery. Evaluation criteria. So the main evaluation criteria are 5. And we have the first one, that is completeness of documentation. We will send you a template of a document template that you should fill. We are going to see it later, and I will explain you step to step. And it's really important that you fill all of the part of this document to get the highest points in this criteria. Then we have a level of innovation. So how much innovative is your story? Effectiveness, how much effective is your story? And here we really recommend you to share with us the data and to prove that your story is effective. Transferability of innovation is how your story can be applied in some different contexts. We all know that each destination have different categories, so obviously we don't pretend that your story can be straight applied somewhere else, but that your story maybe can have something that can be applied in a different place, obviously considering the difference in the other destination. And then at the end, the last criteria that we consider is the sustainability pillars. The sustainability pillars are society, economic, and environmental. And it's really important that your story respect all the 3 sustainability pillars. Here, we have another criteria that is focused on tourism, that actually is the main purpose of our good practice stories, because the good practice stories should include the tourism sector. the template of the good practice stories. So the template will be the same for everybody. We will send it to you and you should fill it out. So the first page that you can see here is divided in different sections. We have the title, be creative. The title, we recommend to choose an effective title, choose a few words that can summarize your story. Then destination, so it's important to write here the name of your destination, and then the country. Which country are you from? It's important writing it there. And also the submitting organization. In the end, the category that I explained before, and you can find the description on the website. And please be careful here to check just one box, because the one story can be for one category. Then second page, and here we are going to go in the main part of the story, destination description. So it's really important for us to understand your story, a short description of your destination, to understand the characteristic. Then the second point is the summary of the good practice stories. Here we recommend you to try to do a few sentences about what was your stories and try to summarize all the other points that we are going to see now in the summary. Issues, fates. So here you should describe the problem or the issue that you found and that was solved with these good practice stories you are telling us. Then the solution that you implemented, and thanks to that, you should have addressed these issues at the destination. After describing the solution, you should explain how you did that. So how this good practice stories was implemented, what kind of methods you used, and what kind of tools you applied. And also it would be nice to see step by step what have you done. Then achievements and result. We really would like to see what kind of direct and indirect result of the good practice stories. Here you can explain and show the qualitative and quantitative data, and would be nice also to see who were the beneficiaries of the implemented good practice. The last 2 points are about lesson learned advices. Here we would like you to show how what kind of problems did you the challenge that you faced doing this story. So in the step that you follow, if you found some issue, how did you solve it, and what kind of for example recommendation for other stories that for other destination that have the same problem as you would give them. And at the end, recognition and additional references. And here you can list the previous recognition and add links to further information. Regarding the submission, so the good practice stories can be also about an ongoing project. It means that if you started the project last year and it's going to end next year, you can still write your good practice stories about that. Then if you want if you have already participated in the previous year, it's really important that you update your story, showing showing a significant improvement and new data about it. And then you can also, as destination, submit 2 stories, but we remember you that just one of your story can be selected to be included in the top 100 list. And the stories must be in English. We recommend you and suggest you, if you want, to use a software as default to translate in English. And we recommend you also to add 5 copyright-free images to your story as evidence of what you're saying. If you're looking for an inspiration, you can scan this QR code that directs you on our website where you can find all of our stories. And otherwise, you can just go to our website and you're going to find everything there. So thank you for your attention. This is time for question and answers. So feel free to ask if you have any doubts or if you want any clarification, we are here.
Maybe Emma, it's also good to explain about the information sessions you will host.
Sure. So actually, we have also some next, we want to remind you the next meetings that you're going to have with us. So there is going to be another introduction section in February, but it's going to be the same as today. If you want to refresh your mind, you can always join. But in case you have some specific question, you can also always text us as the top100.greendestinations.org. Otherwise, this year we introduced a weekly question and answer support. Every Monday from the 20th of January, you can book your space through our website. We have a calendar with some time slot different for every Monday, one Monday in the morning and the next Monday in the afternoon, and you can reserve your space to talk directly with us. And then after, we want to remind you that in the following month, we are going to also to have masterclasses and workshop about the top 100 stories. And we are going to thanks to the masterclasses and workshop, we will support you in the writing of the good practice stories. So look forward to see you joining it. We can also go back to the question and answer. Here we are, so don't be shy.
Hey, can I ask question as well? Okay, thank you for your information, Emma and Bas. So a happy new year, first of all. Thank for the information. So I interested to submit top 100 this year as well, but I have some questions from the teams that um, is there any themes that you are focused on this year? I'm not so sure. Like I'm sure that every year you have like six themes that we can select, six category that we can select. But is there any particular story or any particular urgent highlight or something that you would like us? I mean, would like to share with us about something that you are looking for? Was it anything in particular in this year?
Actually, no. We just want to read a lot of stories and a lot of good practices. We don't have any favorite categories. All of stories from each categories are more than welcomed.
All right. So that's mean in general, or if they have not in they have no particular themes that will focus on this year, right? I mean, sometimes people like talking about like climate change, and they will have like more extra issue that will be urgent. So in this case, then they have no particular. So that's mean we can open to every single destination who interested to submit in every case of the story as well, right? But they have to pass the sustainability checklist first, and then they can be able to go with the story afterward.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
maybe I will set the second question, because I see the stakeholders that you mentioned about that you are more focused on who can join, which is you have local municipalities, protected area, private destination, and island and regions. So in this case, may I ask if we have like the government who are kind of the national park, which is actually will be in the protected area. So in this case, there shouldn't be any problem for the national park, right? Under
Mm,
government.
no, it is included in these categories.
Okay. And another category is they are the government sectors, but it's not protected area. Is it possible? Because they might focus on like, some kind of agricultures, or looking at like, herbs, or flora, or themes of the theme parks, or then or kind of the research center like that. But they are like destinations. So is it possible to do that as well?
Maybe I can also answer that well as well. It's indeed the things we focus the most on non-business areas. So indeed, we have like can be protected or natural areas, municipalities, but it has to be a certain destination. So what we sometimes saw in the past that you have like a hotel which is in an area, but there's no people living there, or there's no real public facilities, then that's really a commercial area with that hotel. But if an area, as you explained it, is a protected area, for example, under government control, and it is a destination with tourism, and therefore can also be performing sustainability scan, then that it's eligible. But in any case, if you have any doubt, if this natural area or an island or a private destination is eligible or not, best is just to check with us directly, because then we can give a very detailed answer or any other details that we need to know about it. But in most cases, if it's really managed by the government, a certain area, and it's well defined. So you know where the borders are, you know who's in charge, and that it is not privately owned, then it's mostly eligible. But I would advise you to check with us if you have an exact example.
So thank you so much as well, because they have some right now it's more complicated from the different destination as well. Sometimes we call them attractions, sometimes they call them destination. So that's why right now is something that I kind of wonder about these as well. When we guide them, then we have to make sure that they can submit to the top 100 as well. But anyway, thank you for your comment.
You're welcome. Yeah, you're right, and it's you're pointing it out exactly correct that there's often confusion what a destination really is. Like, is it an attraction? Is it an area? Is the region? What is it exactly? And we have kept it a little bit vague because we actually also want some of these regions to really join the top 100 because they have great stories to tell how to protect these areas. But in the past, the easiest way is for us to do a quick check with the details you provide, and then we can give a very clear answer within a day.
Maybe I'm not so sure how others want to ask, but can I have one last question?
Sure.
My last question is about I observed that nowadays I think when one country submit top 100 destination, you actually maybe if give example if like my country is so popular to submit like 20 top 100 destination in 1 year. So you have any kind of the criteria that we shouldn't have like more than like 20 or some some certain number that we should like encourage our team I mean the country teams to submit the top 100.
Yes, exactly. It's also a very fair point because we really want a diverse top 100. So not that it's dominated by one region or even a country. Although we of course look for the best good practices. So indeed, for the different countries, there is a cap, so a maximum of 10 good practice story per country. So
Okay.
this will mean that, and especially for those countries involved and the representatives in those countries, we will work together with them to, because they can register 20, 30 destinations, but only then the top 10 of those stories will make the top 100 list.
Okay, so that will be in conclude that we shouldn't have more than 10s for each country, right? But we can encourage them to try, which is maybe that they can go or extra to 15 or 20 or 30, up to them as well if they want to inspire. They've been inspired by your project of top 100, but maybe you have to cap to have like only 10s in each country. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's my last question.
You're welcome. And we look forward to the destinations. I think
Sure.
from Thailand, right?
Yes, I'm Kay. I think we met almost
Yeah.
every year. But I did not go to Chile this time because it's too far. So, but anyway, this year we will go to. I hope that we can go. Did you already announce, right, where we go for this year, right?
This year will be Montpellier in France.
Ah, right. So that in France. So that encourage everyone to go as well. Okay.
Very much.
So.
Are there any other questions you might have? I also don't see any questions in the chat. Okay. Well, if there aren't any more questions, of course, you're more than welcome to, if something comes up or you want to ask a more detailed question or a specific question, then you can always contact us via Green Destination or top100@greendestinations.org and or register for one of the information sessions that Emma will host. You can register also those on our website and Top 100 page. And lastly, we will of course encourage you to register. You can do it through the QR code that Emma just shared with us on the screen. And other than that, I really look forward in all the stories that you might submit and meeting you in person in Montpellier and hopefully share the joy of being on the top 100 list. So thank you very much again. Good luck with the top 100 registration and the process. And we hope to meet you soon again. And I wish you a very good and successful 2025 and top 100. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,ค่ะ. Bye bye, Emma. Bye bye,
Thank you
Bart.
so much. Bye.
Bye bye.